Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at the stories we're following tonight. A petition on change.org calls for the resignation of all but 2 Shiawassee County Commissioners after it was revealed the commissioners gave themselves thousands of dollars in COVID hazard pay. The petition isn't legally binding, but the organizer says the goal is to get the word out.
And a lot of people feel like they don't have a voice. So I kind of wanted to show them that it's not just a few of us that are outraged, that it's actually a lot of people in our community that want something done.
Unrelated to that petition, several board members have called for a special meeting on Sunday to discuss replacing Chairman Jeremy Rutt. If he doesn't, heed calls for resignation. TV5 has reached out to all the commissioners that petitioners want gone, but we have yet to hear back. Before our story, that petition was nearing 500 signatures. Genesee County is seeing an increase in the number of breakthrough cases. Those are cases reported when a patient tests positive for COVID after being fully vaccinated. Breakthrough cases are rare and they account for less than 0.25% of all cases in the county. But as the Delta variant continues to spread, health officials are still pushing for residents to get vaccinated.
While there still is a chance that you could get COVID, the chance that you get vaccinated and don't get COVID is much higher than the chance that you do get vaccinated and don't get it.
The health department says the vaccine is 95% effective against the original strain, and new studies show it's 88% effective against the Delta variant. If a vaccinated individual does get infected, they will likely only have a mild case.
Still recommending that anybody who is experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, whether you're vaccinated or not, goes and gets tested, and you stay in quarantine until you get those test results back.
Nearly 159,000 people are fully vaccinated in Genesee County. 265 breakthrough cases have been reported, and Saginaw County has recorded 138 breakthrough cases so far. Now here's Brian with a look at some severe weather heading our way.
Absolutely right, Meg. Heading into the overnight period, everyone should be making sure that you're charging your phone this evening, charge your weather radios, and more importantly, make sure you have some way to receive weather warnings during the overnight period as you head to bed, because it looks like between about midnight to 6 a.m. we're going to be seeing a large complex of thunderstorms to some degree working its way in across the state. Now we see here on the sky tracker this evening there's an area of low pressure and a warm frontal boundary draped across Minnesota, with this stationary boundary back in across the state here tonight. We're already beginning to see some hints that this growing complex of storms is getting going here across northern Wisconsin. So here's a wide view of how we expect things to go here. And all likelihood, this could blow up into a system we call a derecho, which is a large complex of fast-moving and intense severe thunderstorms, and it looks like they're going to make a beeline into at least the southwest corner of the state overnight. We see here over the next couple of hours, we see how quickly a lot of that activity starts to get going by about 11 p.m. Here's that growing line of storms, with other scattered storms actually spanning in across the Mackinac Straits, and some light showers possible here in mid-Michigan around that time. Heading into the 2 a.m. hour, we really start to see this complex of storms cross Lake Michigan. Intense rain, very strong winds coming in across the lake in toward the Ludington area. And then it looks like the main focus for the worst of these storms is going to stay just southwest of us. But folks in the Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Jackson, and Lansing areas, by the time we hit about 5 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be seeing some very intense storms coming their way. But notice here in mid-Michigan, we're far from removed, far from in the clear, so to speak here, because we will in all likelihood see our own wave of scattered strong to severe thunderstorms, whether it's a direct impact from this derecho or just some storms associated with it. Either way, things looking to get pretty rough during the second half of the night. Here it is timed out locally. We head toward 11 p.m. We start to see some hints of some shower or light thunderstorm activity popping up around that time. By 2 a.m., we start to get the first push of the more substantial rain and thunderstorms coming in along M55, and then heading toward about 5 a.m. Again, while the real core of this derecho looks like it will be staying southwest toward Grand Rapids, we do see some rather intense storms flaring up along and south of US 10, even in toward the Tri-Cities around that time. Cluster blows through the Tri-Cities and I-69 corridor by the time we hit 8 a.m., and then the storms will work themselves out of the picture over the course of tomorrow morning. Now, the main concern that we face from systems like this, the one thing derechos are most commonly known for are intense straight line winds. And as you can see here in mid-Michigan, chances are relatively high for those damaging winds locally, but where the core of that system comes on through in southwest Michigan overnight, hurricane force wind gusts or even briefly sustained winds will be possible. And why I highlight all of this is to say, because the core of that system looks like it's going to stay just southwest of us, but still comes so close, it wouldn't take much of an easterly shift to pull more of that dangerous weather in across mid-Michigan. So again, make sure your phones are charged this evening, your weather radios, make sure you can receive warnings overnight, and also make sure to secure any loose objects like patio furniture around your home while the weather is still quiet. We will keep you covered here on TV5, on air, online, WNEM.com, as well as your TV5 app. That's a good way to receive weather alerts from us, as well as social media. Your NOAA weather radio, of course, will alert you to anything that comes through during the overnight period. And of course, in extreme cases, you may wind up receiving emergency alerts directly over your phone. For tonight, 66 the overnight low. Thunderstorms strong to severe, especially after midnight. Some of those carry on into tomorrow morning. Then we dry out in the afternoon, high of 81. And then it's all quiet from there. 75, mostly sunny on Friday. Chance for a few showers, but otherwise dry over the weekend and pleasant, with those 70s carrying through the first half of next week.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.